Hello, my friends, and welcome back. We're playing Distant World Universe, and we're in the Ancient Galaxy, or the Ancient Nightmare is what I like to call it. So, got a little slow on the video releases over the weekend. I got busier than I expected to be, so I wasn't really overly busy yesterday, but I just kind of needed a day to chill and do other things, so I didn't want to get my head into this nightmare that we have going on. But anyways, let's get back into it. Got some comments here, and right before we get going, Chris H. asked if he could have a ship captain named after him. So I've gone ahead and done that. I've also gone through the last dozen or so episodes and seen who's left a comment, and I've renamed various people to various names. So as we can see, all our fleet admirals are now named. And these are just basically people who have left comments in the last little while. I'm not going to collect names of any requests. Unfortunately, when I did that before, it became a bit of a nightmare to track. So I think what I'm going to do is every time I record, I'll just go in, check on who's been commenting, and I'll implement them into the game that way. I think that's probably the best way to handle it. I think one of the other series I started right at the beginning, offering to name stuff, and people were giving me so many names, I didn't even have enough stuff to even rename. So that was a bit of a nightmare to track anyways. So yeah, I think I'll just randomly pick commenters' names and we'll assign them to whatever. So basically, right now we've got fleet admirals, ship captains. I name the leader myself because, well, I'll take responsibility for whatever happens in this game. I'm not going to put it on anybody else. So we'll do it that way. I still have some scientists to rename, so there's a few more characters here to rename anyways. But basically, I think I have a couple of fleet our troop generals. Jacob Robinson is now our troop general, who was on Drop Fleet 2. And Craig H., who made the request to be a ship captain, he's now commanding Senator 2004, and he's in the Assault Fleet 1. And I have renamed my fleets. We'll go over that in just a second. And all our fleet admirals are appropriately named to various other commenters. So that's the way I'm going to handle this, I think, rather than just take requests, is I'll just randomly pick people who have been commenting. So anyways, that's what I've done there. Fleets, yes, I've renamed the fleets a bit too. And somebody suggested that. Who was that? Martin Randall. He made a comment about renaming and putting the numbers at the end. So now everything is sorted a little better, as you can see. These are the old assault fleets that have not been retrofitted yet. The Attack Fleet 0, the Double Aught series, are the brand new, off the assembly lines, freshly retrofitted ships. So these are the good ships here. So I've just started actually building these fleets, and as we go, I'm going to try and retrofit these, and then we'll swing them over to be assault fleets as well once that gets done. Some of these I might just use. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually retrofit them or not. So dropship fleets are now 1, 2, 3, and then we have our reserve fleets as well. So, and these reserve fleets, I believe, are retrofitted now. So we're getting there. These are strike forces that the AI made at the beginning of the game. I might just retrofit them and send them off in various missions, but we'll figure that out in a bit. Okay, so Josh Ike said, start building troops everywhere. We need to beef up our ground defense, and I agree. I've built robotic troop foundries in the first handful of planets. I believe these first few, right up to Reclius 5, have robotic troop foundries. I'm going to actually start building robotic troops out of these places, and we'll start picking up the existing troops, well, other than planetary defense, of course, and we'll start utilizing them in various roles and capacities. And I'm just looking at the taxes here. It looks like the AI is still taxing pretty heavily. I'm just going to leave the AI to do that, I think. So we've got a fair few colonies still. The Shakturi have been taking a few. I just see there's a strike force coming in here as well. I think I got a fleet sitting in here. I do have the 6th Assault just about out of fuel, though, and there is fuel in here. So I think I might just bring them in here. And I have no idea where they're heading. Probably to this planet there. So we'll just do that. And we'll get some numbers showing here just shortly. There we go. Still a bit in the hole, but I think we'll be all right. We're doing pretty good in bonus income. And Josh also asked, do we have a space station at Diltak 1? And I do not believe we do. I think I've tried a couple times and it's gotten destroyed. And it looks like there's somebody in here now. Who is the crosshair for, I wonder? Yeah, it might have been just an artifact of some kind. But yeah, we don't have a spaceport here. There is a Boscaran freighter sitting right here, though. But I'm going to try to build another small spaceport. So we'll give it a go anyways. I do have a fleet coming in this area up to Xandar 1. The 3rd Assault, which is actually pretty good with fuel except for something. Oh, I got one ship that didn't get fueled. Well, that's fine. I'm just not going to worry about that. But I also have a drop ship fleet over here, which I think I'm going to, if I can select it. Yeah, it's got 22 infantry on it, and I'm pretty sure there's not a huge amount of stuff on Xandar 1 here as far as Shakturi troops. So I might just bring that in to attack Xandar 1. There. Okay, so that takes care of Diltak. Chris Adams says, as much as I'd like to see the Daiute destroyed, that's these guys down here, I do have an assault fleet in here right now. He feels the rest of our situation just too dire to be concentrating on this. And if I recall, I believe the Atuks just redeclared war on these guys. So I think they're going to pretty much have their hands full. I don't think we really need to worry about the Daiutes a huge amount. Other than I'd really like their homeworld. I think that would be a good expansion. But I think we have other things we got to concentrate on, and Chris Adams does agree with that. He's also saying we won't stand a chance if we don't fix our cash flow. Yeah, cash flow is kind of crappy right now, but I think our bonus income, as you can see, we're only at month 3, and we've already taken in like 250,000 credits in month 3. So I think our bonus income is going to cover our cash flow shortages right at the moment, so I'm not going to concern myself too much with that. Again, I got the AI doing the whole tax rate thing. And he said we also need to slow down the Axis a bit and kill their explorer ships. He's saying we have a bunch of explorer ships, Shakturi explorer ships kicking around in here. I think that's what he's getting at. I don't really see them off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure they're kicking around. I don't doubt that whatsoever. So I think one thing I haven't done, I don't think, is retrofitted my... I think I tried once, I didn't have the money for it. So let's go into exploration ships. And have these been upgraded? No, they have not. I am going to retrofit the whole works of these, because these have long-range scanners on them now. So I'm going to retrofit all those. And then we're going to start peppering them around out here and just see what we can see. Let's find it. Let's try and find their World Destroyer build sites. And maybe we can sort of sit on top of those and just keep destroying their construction ships or something. Okay, so anyways, Rod of Dog is saying a good tactic against for invading is fire and forget about special forces. Just have a small handful on your invasion fleets just to take out whatever few there are, planetary defenses there are. I don't think I was really concentrating. I think I made like half a dozen or 10 or something of the special forces. So I haven't really been concentrating too much on those anyways. So, and let's see. Yeah, J.R. Todd says, okay, my brain hurts now. He's watching the episode, and he says, I can only imagine how yours is doing. Well, as you can tell, I had to do a couple of pauses in the last episode or two just to sort of collect my thoughts. So yeah, it's pretty busy out here. And No says, pretty much, this game is pretty much like a chicken with his head cut off. And yeah, that's kind of how I've been playing it. Yeah, no worries there. Typical Monty scramble, I guess. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. Now, I do have one of our new fleets in Recolius, and I also have, I believe it's Assault 5. Yes, it's in here, and it has not been retrofitted yet. I might just do that right on the spot right here. Because there is a large spaceport in here. It should get done fairly quickly, so I'm just going to retrofit that right now. And that should go to Recolius 5, and it will. Okay. I have one of my new fleets in here as well. I believe it's Attack Fleet 001. So the Double Lot series is our brand new Mark IVs. And I do have another Attack Fleet heading up here, which will free this fleet up. We'll bring it back for retrofit and refuel and all that once it gets there. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now, and we will get this taken back. And what did I leave on this planet as far as troops? I think I garrisoned a few of them. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. I'd kind of like to pick up that armor. Let's do that first. Load troops at Slowo. Yeah, we just took this back from the Shakturi last episode, so things are progressing that way. So yeah, we'll pick up this armor. I really don't need it for over here, though. I think there's like 2 troops on that planet, if I recall. Yeah, I don't need all that. I'm just going to leave them there for the moment, rather than picking them all up. Although they do get experience for it. But what I'm also thinking is, once we take this, I can come over to Diltak 1 and maybe pick up some troops off of that. So maybe I'll do that instead. Although we got tons of room. There's not that many armor sitting on the ground. So we'll let that load. I can always leave some stuff here too. So okay, so Xandar 1, I believe, is undefended right now. Yeah, just one construction ship here. A couple little things. Freighters. Take that. Alright, so let's see how we're doing here. 16 armor. I think that was pretty much it. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. So I'm just going to issue the attack order to take that planet back, please. And we'll just leave that fleet in there for the moment. And that fleet was heading in here. And so is this assault fleet. Okay, so there we go. Going to be a little late for that strike force, but there's a second one coming in. And it looks like that's one of our strike forces coming in to take care of that. Okay, attack enemy. Oh yes, I still have that enabled too, and this is just a big pain in the butt because it just keeps wanting to take my. Yeah, I'm just going to disable that. Just thought maybe I could take that off. Yeah, don't suggest. We'll just control manually. Thought maybe I could get that off my plate a bit, but it's just being annoying now. So we got some money gifts from the Gazurians. Okay, 20,000 credits. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so there's being attacked. What kind of a spaceport do we have on it? Probably just a small one. Yep. And it's going to go down pretty quick. Alright, is there any troops on here? And here's our fleet now anyways, or one of them. I'm just wondering if... any troop transports here. I don't know what we have on the ground. 2 troops, that's it. I don't think there's any troop transports in that fleet. Okay, they're all destroyers, but they might actually have troops on them. And unknown, so I can't tell right now. Okay, here come a couple of our ships. Our main fleet should be in here in a second. Pretty soon. Oh, we're going to take out our space station over, our mining station over here. Okay, can I do anything about that? You are heading to... Can't tell. I think they're heading to that space station as well. Hard to tell. I'm probably still not going to beat them there anyways, so it's gone. Is that one of our retrofitted ones? Mark II? No. Ooh, Ugnar 2 now has a rebellion. I'm not sure why I did that, but okay. Yeah, they've stopped, so that was their target as well. Now, I wonder where they're heading. Yeah, that's a lost fight, I think. Well, that little notice is a bit late, wasn't it? Oh no, there's another station in here. Okay, hurry up, fleet. Get in here. Some ships are kind of slow here. My God, everything's going to be gone by the time we get in here. Okay, so we're invading Xandar 1 now. Okay, so I think that's the... Which fleet is that? This one. Just get over here and get that, even though you're out of fuel. Just about. I think some of them still have a little bit of fuel. Ooh, Artelis. Don't see much of space creatures this game. Sending 11th Fleet, okay. And we took over Xandar 1, excellent. Okay, so let's just pop out and have a look at that. Okay, so this dropship fleet, if I can select it, number 3. Let's bring you over to Diltak 1. I'll just leave what troops are on the ground there for the moment. And we'll load up what's there, or most of what's there anyways. And where are we heading back to? Here. And that strike force is pulling out. Get them into the hyper deny field so they don't get away. They're pretty brave. They're coming after this entire fleet with what, 3 ships? Kill it. Kill it dead. Huth 3 again. Wow, that's a tough ship. What's going on here? Attack that. Oh, no, I still got my drop ship. That's my dropship fleet. I just canceled this load order. I thought I had the other fleet selected, but I did not. Now I have to go back and select it again, which I believe was 6. I just wanted to target this thing. Nobody seems to be doing much shooting at it. There we go. We're going to lose a ship ourselves here. Is anybody on it? Nope. That's a tough ship. 1,200 firepower, man. Guys, everybody, fire on it, please. I guess they're out of fuel. It's half the problem here. That is major problem. I got to get this fleet out of here. All right, just go. Refuel, please. Still showing there's fuel here, but I guess not. Okay, so let's just slow down a bit here. And you're suggesting that we steal the operations map of the Boscaran Collective. Our agent APOP, which I renamed our intelligence agents as well. APOP is somebody who left a comment. Operations map of the Boscarans. I don't know whether that'd be handy right at this particular point. Somebody made a comment. I think it was Chris Adams. No, I can't see it right now. But somebody made the suggestion of maybe going after one of the Axis members rather than the Shakturi themselves. And they were suggesting maybe the Boskarans would be a good target for that. They're not overly huge. They only got a few planets, or a few colonies there. But whether I'm ready to do that right now, I don't think so. I think that would be a bit of a waste to try that, so let's not do that one. And another rebellion, no big deal. Fine. Let's come in and maybe have a look. Yeah, I've renamed my intelligence agents as well to APOP, and the H509 were also commenters on the series. I'm just wondering who has better espionage. You do. Who are we spying against? Ugh. It's been a while since I've done this manually. There was somebody that had lots of stuff. I forget who it was. Was it Haku? They usually have lots of stuff. Let's try some research from them. I got a few things. Extended range tractor beams. Compressed fuel storage. That's the next level of fuel, I think. Or is that their... That might be... No, that's their unique fuel storage technology. I don't think it was them I was going for. I wonder what our chances are against the Shakturi. Just out of curiosity. Let's just pick something. I don't know. Advanced shields. Oh, really? I'm going to go for it. Okay, APOP. Let's see what you can do. Man, we have money. Check it out. Okay, let's... Now, I have a fleet down here. Which fleet is it? Reserve Fleet 2, which I believe is all retrofitted. Yeah, Mark 4s, I believe, is what this fleet consists of. And you got 54 ships. I'm almost thinking of making a attack 003 out of this, or a part of this anyway. So it's Reserve Fleet 2. Let's maybe do that. We'll sort by fleet. And Reserve Fleet 2. Oh, great. Now I can't see. Reserve Fleet 2. Okay, so this is Reserve Fleet 2. Got to just see where that starts. Oh man, that's the only problem with putting the numbers at the back, is you can't really see what fleet you're dealing with. 2. Oh man, this might take a minute. Oh, come on. Really? Where's Fleet 1? Oh, I disbanded Fleet 1. That's why it's not here. Okay. I should almost make another one. Maybe I'll make that at Sol or something. So let's get a bunch of destroyers. Maybe we won't worry about the frigate. Maybe we'll just get a bunch of destroyers. Cruisers, carriers. Grab a few of those. Destroyers are my ranged ships. And maybe some capital ships. Another carrier, why not? We got 16 ships. I'll throw a few more destroyers. Another cruiser, capital ship. That's 24 ships. So let's just go new fleet with that. So the 25th fleet will now be attack fleet 003. All right. Oh, ding yourself. All right, so there we got a 003 attack fleet now down in this area. So let's pull that up. And just not sure what I'm doing with it yet. I think I got a bunch of troops building here too. I still got 40 ships in Assault 1 here, which is completely out of fuel. Okay, so this one is hydrogen fuel, so we don't have to worry about that so much. I'm just wondering what you're doing. You have no mission. I wonder what happens if I automate those. No idea. No idea. Do I have... They might be in here because there might be... No, there is not. Thought maybe I might have had a resupply ship in here, but that's something I need to figure out too, is where all of those are. Anyways, what am I doing with this fleet? I need to bring it up into this area, I think. Oh, there's a target in there, is there? Oh, it's just I'm just going to move them into here for now. So there's that. Okay. And I still got half of that reserve fleet down here. Should have about 20 ships left in it, I think. 30 ships. I might just rename that to another assault attack fleet. So reserve fleet 2, which has 30 ships in it. I'm going to do that. Okay, so we're getting a few of those fleets together now. Not sure where I'm putting them yet. Might bring them in here first, and then we'll move on and maybe go up towards the Boscarans or something. So move that in there. So that's both of those reserve fleets gone. I'll have to re-establish those. And we have one more reserve fleet here, and they are latest designs. Okay. 26 ships. So that's maybe reserve fleet 3. Let's rename that to attack fleet 5. Okay. And whereabouts are you? You are right in... you're in here. Oh, you're right there. Okay. Let's see. I think there seems to be a lot of action in here. I'm just going to bring them over into here for now. Bring them to Utah 1. Okay, so we now have 5 attack fleets. These are all retrofitted to latest designs. And all we have to do now is come back through these assault fleets. And you're trying to actually refuel at the spaceport. I wonder if I shouldn't just send you for refit. Because I get the feeling there's not a whole lot of fuel on this gas mining station. Probably not enough to finish fueling this fleet. Absolutely not. 0. So I am going to take this fleet and I am going to retrofit it right here. The reason I'm going to retrofit because it'll come out with hydrogen fuel on it, and we won't have to worry about that space station trying to refuel it. Okay, enemy fleet is on its attack towards Recalias. Oh, well, knock yourself out in there. Literally, knock yourself out. Establish new colony. The planet. Oh, guess they got this on Suggest as well. We do need to expand. I might as well. I should be following these ships around with a troop fleet or troop ship with some ground forces on it. And speaking of ground forces, let's go to Diltac and load these up. Okay, so we're right here. And we'll just go to Diltac 1. Oops. Diltac 1. And we will I'm going to garrison these. And I'm going to ungarrison all of these. Except maybe this planetary defense unit. And I'm going to attempt to pick all of these up. They're actually pretty good troops. They got some experience on them. So, and then we'll leave these here to build with the planetary defense. They should be along, I don't know, they're building halfway slow, I guess. Best way to describe that. And that is dropship 3, I believe. Yes, so let's get you to load troops at Diltac 1. You already got stuff on you, but you got lots of room, so I think you should be able to pick all that up. Just don't know what I'm going to do with this. I should look at somebody to invade here. Well, maybe we'll do something about that next episode. So we're at the end of this one anyways, so I think we got a little bit accomplished. I don't feel overly bad about where we are in the game. If we look at our military strength, we're not too bad against the Shakturi. We're you know, about 2/3 the way to their power, and we're building more as we go. The Teekans are actually taking out, I think it's the Teekans. Where are they here? The Daiuts. So the Daiuts are pretty much done. I don't even think I need to worry about them. Other than that, I wouldn't mind their homeworld, but yeah, I'm not even going to worry about that, I don't think. And I do have an assault fleet in here, so I should almost pull that out. It's full of fuel, too. Is that retrofitted? No. But you do have fuel. Does everybody have fuel? Yes. Okay. Well, anyways, we'll figure that out next episode, maybe. I'll take a few minutes between episodes and figure out where I'm going to go with this. So yeah, I don't feel too bad about where we are. It's just a little crazy and chaotic is the only thing. But I think we're kind of getting on top of it. Yes, and we'll get those explorer ships. Wonder how they're doing. Oops, wrong button. We'll get those explorer ships peppered around so we can see what the hell's going on out here. Wow, it's taking a while to load up. And exploration ships, and I think they're still retrofitting. Yeah, none of them are done yet, so hopefully next episode we can get them peppered out and about. Alright, so, again, sorry for the delay getting some videos out this weekend. It was kind of a hectic week last week, so. But anyways, we're back into the flow of things, and we will be back tomorrow. Until then.